Hello, and welcome back to yet another special edition of Tales of Terramir. My name is Mike Dones. I'll be your host and GM for the remaining duration of this all-new live play, D&D Long Shot, where we take a closer look at a conflict within the Domaarian Empire as we follow another unlikely party of characters. Joining us tonight, you know her, you love her. She's probably one of the best players that I've ever had the pleasure of partying up with. The ever so congenial Miss Hannah Nye. Ooh, yeah. Actually, that's Mrs. Sorry, fellas. And or ladies, it's 2024. And in this corner, weighing 100 some odd pounds, wearing the light shirt and probably no pants because the camera doesn't go down that far, but maybe she asked nicely. We have the alchemistic, the kabbalistic, the esoteric, Mr. Justin Kirkwood. You're wearing underwear though, right, dude? I have to ask.
No comment.
I don't really.
No comment.
And last but not least, we have the GM of our original Tales of Terramir campaign, the man of myth. Sorry,
he's a man.
He's a man. He's definitely a man. He's not a gentleman. The man of myth and legend, which is another way of saying he doesn't actually exist. Clearly, the Mr. Wes Ford in the player's seat. Yeah. All right. Sorry, I fucked that up. I do want to take the opportunity, though, to apologize in advance for anything that happens to Caldor during this episode. Not that anything's going to happen to him,
Oh God.
Kind of like up to you, really. But
Definitely
whatever
not
shakes out is definitely not Gemma's fault. Okay, when we get back to the together.
Oh boy.
Yeah. This is your first time joining us. Welcome. But you're probably asking yourself, what the hell is Tales of Terramir anyways? Well, you're in luck. If you visit us at Tales of Terramir, talesofterramir.com, you can find all of the episodes of our adventures so far. You could probably play catch up on our YouTube channel as well and listen to the most recent recordings of our sessions on the podcast. Whichever way you decide to consume this repast of RPG content, remember to like, follow, and subscribe on the respective platforms. We, of course, are streaming live on Twitch, as we do so every other Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern with the live replays on the off weeks. Subscribe, and you would get ad-free viewing, custom emotes, no big deal. Which you can also do so. You can subscribe for free if you have an Amazon Prime account. You also have the option of paying for it, but whatever. But whichever way you feel like doing it, we really do appreciate the support. And if your attention span is not that long, if you have a short attention span, we're also on all the major social media platforms. That's Insta, Threads, Facebook, and TikTok under the handle Tales of Terramir. We are constantly uploading new and brief content, small bites. I think that's it. So let's just get back into it. Ready or not, let's dive right back in to what should be the conclusion of our adventures in Tales of Terramir, Veiled Threats. Great. All right. Last time on Tales of Terramir, Veiled Threats. After the harrowing chase away from the city and quite proficiently defending themselves against several Domaarian forces, the party made moves to recover their wagon, which was wrecked in the flight. Seraphina, riding on Loki, caught up with them and went to fetch the horse, which broke free as Scar used a telekinetic spell to right the position of the transport, while Brother Lucas casted Mending to repair the damage done. As this occurred, the rest contemplated on what to do with the restrained Domaarian knight they took before they took their leave. Both Revel and Calidor pulled their daggers and prepared to engage in a bloody stabbing of the helpless foe as Tygon egged them on, though the Stell suggested that killing him would only make the situation worse. They reasoned that he was a witness to their transgressions and must be put down, but Star backed the cleric, stating that they were not murderers as the knight was defenseless. Begrudgingly, Calidor insisted on knocking him out first, before stashing him into the woods, and after a few attempts, he eventually was able to non-lethally put him out. As the party departed to depart, Tygon looked back on the smoke rising in the distance from the burning city square with reverie, while Vasteel muttered a quick prayer on the fallen enemies, stating they were only doing what they were told. Calidor noted that she was quite the devout servant and appreciated perhaps having her on his side for once, though the cleric flatly qualified that with, "If you are on Tytar's side, then maybe I will be on your side," to which Revel muttered a disagreement under his breath in response as he took his place back on the stage of the wagon. Tygon made eye contact with Star while doling out some magical healing on Calidor in a vain attempt to not seem such a bad guy, to which Vasteel merely scoffed at, but the half-elven arcanist was grateful and made attempts to warm up to the standoffish tiefling. Largely thanks to Seraphina's scouting ahead, the party was able to keep a decent pace over the next few days. Tygon seemed to make no attempts to hide his identity, openly wearing his fine clothes and horns loud and proud. Out of habit, Calidor effortlessly blended in, while Vasteel, though adorned in exquisite finery, drew her hood when crossing strangers along the road, but also made no attempts to conceal her symbol of Tytar. Nevertheless, this level of obscurity seemed to be good enough to keep them anonymous and prevent any other run-ins with the authorities. This part of the Imperial Road lay between the grassy plains of the Heartlands to the west and the ever-fall colors of the Golden Thicket, a dense forest to the east. These mysterious woodlands were once known to be populated by elves until they were slaughtered and driven out by the Domaarian Empire due to their anti-arcane stance, and the surviving population vanished without a trace. To pass the time, Calidor tried to get to know his traveling companions a little more, starting with Vasteel, asking how an esteemed and seemingly well-to-do cleric of Tytar came to be on the run with arcanists. She was careful with her words, separating the intention of her presence from theirs by classifying it as a divine mission, rather than seeking liberation, though with a little pressing, she admitted she didn't know what her god's ultimate goal was. But she quickly changed the subject, turning the question back at the half-elf, assuming it was to escape persecution. He did, in fact, express wanting to practice his art openly and condemned the Empire for taking that away from the people. The Star interjected, pointing out that those freedoms were reserved for the Imperial sympathizers only, giving the guard at the checkpoint who used the wand during the inspection as an example. Tygon sarcastically clutched his figurative pearls, calling out their naivety that the Empire's hypocrisy was not at all a surprise. Star didn't disagree that this was always a thing, but also recognized that they had become more brazen about it, even more so than before. Vasteel, however, sided with the Empire on this one, expressing the need to use those tools against those who would cause destruction, even praising them for keeping the population safe for over 100 years. Calidor speculated that perhaps this guise of safety was not at all what it seemed, and that he himself has never truly felt safe. Revel even threw the boy that exploded back at the checkpoint into the conversation, and after some back and forth, it came down to it being wrong to separate children from their families and even killing them, no matter what the intention. Even Vastel's long-standing beliefs were challenged over that incident, having never seen anything like that before. Questions came around to Tygon, who Brother Lucas pointed out as someone who knew how to control their powers and used them to hurt people. His deal apparently didn't come down to politics or even specific anti-magic hate, as he indifferently described the vague situation between his generational family and what he referred to as rabble razing it to the ground in his absence. With nothing left for him here, it seems he's absconding to find different lands to plant his roots and in time take control of another settlement. It was apparent he was only out to take care of himself. And again, over the next few days remained uneventful until the party finally reached a small farm on the outskirts of Halcyon, where they met Asher, a young half-elf who received their wagon and made preparations for the next leg of their journey. It was evident he was a close friend of Revel and Stars, mentioning that the others had already gone ahead and that Grandma Mina was up at the main house with the girls. At one point, he made a poor attempt at hiding his interest for Serafina, asking about her whereabouts and getting a bit tongue-tied when he found out she'd be by soon. The travel-weary group swung by the house and were greeted by an extremely affable older woman with bright red hair streaked with strands of silver. This disarming lady was even able to make Star beam with happiness, and for a moment made the normally rough and tumble Revel lose his composure and make him look like a child being fussed over by his mother. But even he reciprocated her love. She introduced herself as Mina, warmly welcoming everyone into her home while embracing each one of them as if she knew them her whole life. She offered the comforts of food, drink, and even the opportunity to freshen up, something Vestel took to immediately, but was taken aback a little when the gracious host heated the water basin with a casual cast of prestidigitation, as if it was nothing. She offered fresh juice from the fruits in their orchid, and this time chilled it with magic, not hiding her abilities amongst these new faces, much to Star's half-hearted chagrin. Mina noted that Vestil was not an arcanist, but was unfazed by the fact as she explained she had recognized the cleric in her supposed prophetic visions. In a brief moment, she alluded to knowing what Vestel carried, warning her to heed its importance, which caught the cleric off guard and left her speechless. As she moved to prepare more comforts for the guest, Caldor, feeling quite at home indeed, and hungry for not just food but knowledge, queried for any loose spells she might have had available to pass along. Fortunately, she didn't have anything for him in that respect, but mentioned that he may try asking Gideon, should he meet him later. Asher pulled up the wagon to the front, but even after that short amount of time, Mina's hospitality had completely refreshed the party with her genuine love and care. The motherly figure expressed her disappointment that the girls were not around to see Star before she left, but the young arcanist reassured her she'd return shortly. Mina passed on a short blue-gray cloak to give to Akara, as well as a meaningful message stating that she was proud of her, and Star, who was always like a daughter to her. Mina also caught Vestel one more time before departure, and once again with cryptic words, emphasized that Tytar had guided her there for a reason, that she had a bigger role to play, that sacrificing the life she left behind would not be without meaning, that being here would show her the truth behind her lifelong beliefs, and that her faith would be rewarded, but not under the influence of the Empire. Ultimately, though his guidance brought her there, the hardest choices would be hers to make. Asher grabbed his gear and said a quick goodbye to Mina as Serafina arrived on Loki, giving an all-clear report to Star, then turning to Asher to flirt and rather enjoy his awkward affections towards her, as he essentially asked her out after the mission was completed. Asked her out on another mission, which is still time together. The party began making their way into Halcyon in the cramped wagon as night fell on the peaceful town, some contemplating how peculiarly easy the journey was for how dangerous it should have been, but those thoughts were put behind upon arrival at the comforting tower nestled within the embrace of an inlet of trees. There, the party met the master illusionist, Gideon, a sorceress named Kara, who was his wife and Mina's daughter, and Terran, the barkeep who poured very generous drinks for everyone. The arcanist couple expressed interest in what Vestel had in her possession, and though she was very apprehensive after some affirmation from Star, revealed her charge. A rather ancient artifact, a powerful weapon that was supposedly used against magic users in the infamous Battle of Spell and Blade. Gideon was in awe and surprised when she admitted she was attuned to the object by her god's instruction. As someone who was not inclined to use arcane magic, let alone magical devices, it was curious indeed. Unable to go into extensive detail about it at the time, he could only divulge that it had, at the very least, a concerning power to rob arcanists of their abilities. He promised to divulge more information later. He did, however, express that she may not fully understand how much danger she was in while in possession of it. Tygon rubbed the tip of his horn in contemplation as his nosy eyes and ears caught most of what transpired through Calidor. And though Calidor was unable to see what Vestel was sharing, he voiced his growing distrust in the cleric. Later, Gideon attempted to make small talk with the tiefling, to which Tygon revealed his intent to find more people to prey on. Lead. Kara sensed a foreboding aura of sorts around him and implored that he tempered his emotions and find the will to do good with his abilities. Tygon merely replied with a vague, patronizing response, as he is wont to do. Through some conversation, Calidor found a kindred spirit in Gideon, having related to his own upbringing in New Domar. The Master Illusionist acknowledged the half-elf's talents, and between his eager aptitude and Gideon's proficient mentoring, he was able to immediately teach him the major illusion spell over a few drinks in what was possibly the first formal training he's had since his mother passed away. Over the course of the evening, it came up that the party would stay there overnight and ride off to Redguard Keep in the morning, so everyone found themselves filling their bellies and settling in. Tygon also pulled one of the funniest bits I've ever heard while playing this game. Great delivery, Justin. I still giggle every time I watch that clip. At some point, Revel discovered some noise coming from the supply crate that was brought inside. After Kara used magic to divine what was inside, she warmly called for the stowaways to come out. Two little girls, one about 10 years old and the other about 3 or 4, emerged, both with the same vibrant red hair and crystal blue eyes passed from their mother and grandmother. Both Kara and Gideon attended to their daughters, addressing them as Dana and Gemma, respectively. There seemed to be a lot of love between the family in that brief moment of time they were together when suddenly Gideon's mystical alarms were triggered, and he ordered Terran to escape through the back and take the girls home, followed by Seraphina and Asher. Turning to the rest of the party, he explained that a large force, likely the Empire, was making their way to the location and implored them to go as well, while he and Kara stayed behind to cover their tracks. Both Star and Revel refused, and immediately took a stance to stay with him, but were otherwise convinced they needed to get the girls home and the rest of the fugitives to safety. Or else, what would all of this be for? Wrapping Gemma in her blue-gray cloak and soothing Dana, Kara prepared them for departure, making her eldest promise to take care of her younger sister. And she agreed through her welling tears. Overhurried words passed between the Arcanists. There was some speculation over how they were found, or if it was the mysterious figure from one of Mina's visions. Unverified, but she was adamant it was coming. And after some hard pressing, the rest of the party was persuaded to leave. Not Tygon, though, who had 1 foot out the door already and almost left immediately. Great RP, dude. Estelle found herself waiting for Star, who was having the hardest time leaving the Ashen Lights behind, and in feeling the gravitas of the moment and desperately looking for some way to help, the cleric casted Shield of Faith on Gideon, who turned to her, once again imploring to keep the artifact safe. She fled with the others, joining them at the tree line in front of the tavern. The effects of what followed would be felt all the way to our present timeline. The tavern was surrounded by a dozen Domaarian knights and soldiers, initially being led by an unfamiliar man with curly black hair and gleaming silver and gold-trimmed armor. The forces eventually broke through the doors, and immediately the agonizing screams and sights and sounds of the Arcanists defending themselves filled the air. A sudden explosion completely blew away the front walls of the tavern, ejecting the attackers while creating a fiery stage that framed the inside where the Ashen Lights could be seen. As the fight continued, the party saw a dark figure arriving on a large black horse. The figure hoisted up a giant spiked maul and slowly walked into the fray at the invitation of one of the Domaarian knights calling out the Arcanist's position. With furious and lethal blows, the dark figure continued their relentless assault, attempting to break through Gideon's magical shield. And there was a final moment when Kara's eyes and then Gideon's met that of their daughter, Dana's, who was silently standing across the way, wrapped in what was happening. With no other words, Kara, an Azamar, unleashed her radiant celestial form, amplifying her powers, and released an explosion so devastating, the tavern and the remaining enemies within it were utterly obliterated, catching the surrounding trees on fire and lighting up the night sky. The Ashen Lights had sacrificed their lives to protect their daughters and help their friends escape. Dana's expression turned from sorrow and sadness to pure rage and fury as she was pulled away from the scene. And when, with one last look back, Tygon witnessed a pile of rubble being thrown aside and glowing red eyes turning to where he was standing, staring at him directly. I have a small retcon. Caldor, before when Gideon had taught you the major image spell, I said that you didn't have the actual scroll. You actually do have a magic or a major illusion spell scroll for practice. So you have that in your inventory as well. Oh yeah, and abracadabra is a very real spell.
Writing it down.
So good.
It's a level
It's
3.
So good. It's a level 3. It's a level something. So we pick right back up where you are led to your Tygon. You turn your gaze away and you guys go into the woods, and you're led to where both Asher and Sarah have they found a total of 3 horses for you to escape with. And Star turns to Taryn and says, "Take the girls on foot. There are plenty of others scrambling out to put out the fires, so you'll blend in easily enough." And she gives the bundle, holding the little girl Gemma, still slumbering in the blue-gray cloak, of just a big hug, and then hands her back to Taryn. Then kneels beside the other girl, the one that they call Dana, and smoothing her hair. "I have to go now, Dana. I'll see you soon, okay?" And Dana says, "Who was that in the fire?" And after a long pause, in an attempt to control her own emotions, Star, barely above a whisper, says, "I don't know." "They're gone, aren't they?" And Star can't even answer that one. She just nods, barely able to meet her eyes. And the child stands there with a 1,000-yard stare and says, "I'll make them pay. I can't do the things Mommy and Daddy can, or could, but I'll make them pay somehow. I swear it." Star can only respond by pulling her close and holding her tight, barely holding back her own tears. "Okay, go with Taryn now, sweetheart. Be brave. I know you will be." She turns back to Taryn and gives him, the arm embrace. What do they call that, anyways? Then pulls them in just for a hug. "It'll be okay," he says, "but right now, you have work to do." She nods solemnly and mounts one of the horses, holding her arm out. She mounts one of the horses, and then she holds her arm out, Vestel, for you to pull you up. Ooh, that's the wrong horse. Do you mount the horse with her?
With Star?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there's only 3 horses, so she's gathering you guys together. So, and then that leaves... Revel hops on one on the other horse, followed by Brother Lucas. So they're riding together, leaving Tygon and Calidor, the last horse. And you guys can decide which seating order you guys want. This is going to be interesting.
It's an awkward exchange.
I'll walk. It's like... We could fit 3 on the one with Revel and Brother Lucas.
I kind of just I motioned for him. I concede.
You're in front.
I will ride behind him and kind of keep my hands on the back saddle, kind of like awkwardly. Trying to keep
roll a dexterity saving throw
on the saddle.
It's supposed to be a serious moment. All right, let's get it together. And as you are trying to make your way on the horses, you all watch Taryn carry little Gemma and leads Dana by the hand, disappearing into the woods towards their home. Asher mounts up on Loki behind Seraphina, and as you all gather, she pulls out a few components out of her belt. It looks like some ash and what looks like a sprig of spruce, and with a hardened expression on her face, just having seen some of her best friends die, she casts a spell over everyone. "There's a lot of activity going on, but this should help us keep us undetected." Star says, "Stay close, everyone, and follow Seraphina's lead. We're not out of this yet." And at this point, I want to ask everyone, how are you visually preparing to make it out of this hidden spot? I know some of you were a little bit nonchalant about how you were presenting yourself. I'm pretty sure Calidor has his hood up. I don't want to speak for you, though, but what is the general... how are you guys dressed or laying low? Excuse me.
I'll actually I'll do a little bit more.
He's like-
I do have my hood up, but just to because of everything that happened, I'll cast Disguise Self on myself.
Nice, fantastic. Okay.
And just sort of alter my appearance a little bit to be I'll remove the beard and have like a younger man's face, more human, and just
Okay. More human than half elf.
yeah, more human, no beard, maybe like a tanned sort of like a farmer's skin, like more
You're rich and you're good looking.
rich and good looking.
Estelle, how about you?
Estelle, she definitely has her hood up as soon as they had walked outside the tavern, so she still has that up. I'm assuming she's riding behind on the horse, and she's just kind of making herself as small as possible. Definitely scared.
Okay. And Tygon?
Tygon had swiped some like fabric that he saw lying around Mina's place, and it's just kind of draped it over his horns.
Like the Ahsoka. Right?
Yeah, just a big sloppy cloak.
Okay.
To sort of half-heartedly cover his horns as best as he can.
I should kill you for stealing from Mina's, but I know she wouldn't mind. Okay, that's actually okay. So it's a little sketchy. Multiple riders heading in the opposite direction of all the other townsfolk rushing to put the fires out while the Domaarian forces are in the area. Need everyone to make a stealth check, but go ahead and make it with advantage. And with a +10 because Seraphina had casted Pass Without a Trace.
Nice.
So you really have to fuck this up.
All right.
Don't fuck it up for everyone.
Let me roll one more time
All
for
right.
advantage.
19.
Yeah.
Nat 20 for Tygon.
Fantastic. Oh,
Thanks,
good.
Mina.
Good on you, Estelle. Estelle, I apologize. You may be. You might have the GM role clicked on your thing.
Oh yeah, let me
I
turn
was
it off.
screwing around with your sheet. Sorry, that was my fault.
got
Okay,
it.
no, you gotta go ahead.
31 for me,
31, fantastic. Oh yeah, okay, yeah, +10.
including the +10. Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. You guys knocked it out of the park. I guess you guys didn't even need Pass Without a Trace. But helpful nonetheless. You are finally actually able to make it to the other tree line that leads to the Golden Thicket. Just so much activity is happening around you, and the combination of you finding the right path and with the Pass Without the Trace spell, the other Domaarian forces don't even look in your direction. Well done. Sarah doesn't stop leading you through the forest for at least an hour before she slows down. And it's that long before anyone says anything as you reflect on the last few hours. Vestel, could you make a perception check, please?
Yeah. Let's see. That is a 12.
Okay, yeah, that's actually on the money. You are riding behind Star with your arms on her waist, and you feel her hand like slide over yours and embrace it, and it's comforting. She glances back towards you and holds your gaze for a little bit longer than normal. But that moment is lost, and the silence is broken when out of the blue, Revel says out loud, "So that was her, right? The one Git was talking about? The one Mina saw?" Star turns her attention back forward and flatly says, "It seems so, doesn't it?" "Who is she then?" "I don't know." "Where did she come from?" "I don't know." "Well, what are we gonna... I don't know, Revel." And Star just interrupts him, and Seraphina stops and turns around staring at her, as is everyone at this point. She takes her a moment to gather herself. We keep moving. Hopefully we put enough distance between her and us and it won't be an issue anymore. At least not for a while. The main priority right now is getting you all to safety. And where is that? The circle near Arashara. That's like a week away on 3 fucking horses in this dense magical forest bullshit. We don't have a choice. They'll be looking for us on the Imperial Road. We'll be lucky if we made it to the Maple Crossroads. You can forget about making anywhere near Sunpost. It doesn't even go to Redguard. I know. It goes to the other side of the Ember Rim, though. Straight to the last stop. But it doesn't even matter. The only 2 people who knew the sequence are not with us. Gideon taught it to me, just in case. And Rebel scoffs. Clever bloke he was. Well, what about her? Maybe we shouldn't be talking about this around all this around her. You don't think that she has anything to do with this? And he's pointing right at you, Vista, of course. And Star turns towards you and says, I don't know. Do you have something to do with all this?
No, of course not. I had no idea there were people following us like that.
Make a persuasion check, please.
Okay. We're 22.
Okay, well. Wow, yeah, even Rebel is like, oh, okay, shit, sorry. My bad. Well, somebody ratted us out. I checked with all the informants in the city before we left. Still not a peep about any Domaarians catching wind of where the Tunnel of Liberation was operating out of. Kind of a coincidence she shows up and all hell breaks loose. What about that thing you're carrying, yeah? Yeah, I saw it. Maybe it's some sort of tracking device. Maybe we ditch it, cut you open, and leave your fucking body in the woods. Problem fucking solved, eh? At this point, Star leaps off of her horse, strides directly over to him, and punches him in the mouth, knocking him off of his horse. And Rebel's on the ground, and he sits up, and he chokes his face. It's all bloody, and he spits a big chunk of blood to the side as he stands, and he looks really pissed. He's like, looks so pissed that he has his hand on his dagger, and then he lets go of it. We fucking need you, so you better get your fucking head together. While you're over there hugging on your little girlfriend, we're being hunted, and now the strongest of us are dead. And he shoots you another menacing glance, Estelle, and then looks back to Star. Sort it out, mate. You better be sure you can trust her, or else we might be next. And he gets up on his horse and rides ahead, the rest of the group just sitting there in stunned silence.
If this is how you all feel, if you all want me to leave, I'll leave. I'm on this mission for Tytar, and if I'm putting you all in danger and you don't want to be here with me, then I can go. I'll figure this out. My God will lead me where I need to be.
No. Star starts saying, and she can't even meet anyone's eyes right now, trying to regain her composure. You don't have to do that. Don't
Hold on. Sorry to interject here, but I think it's probably time you tell us what the hell it is you are holding.
Seconded.
Is this the thing that they're after? Is this why we're being followed so closely?
I don't know.
Neither do I.
Of course.
What is it?
She looks at you, and it's up to you, Estelle, if you want to divulge it or not. And Star says, I'll support you either way.
I mean, they're also in danger with us now, I suppose, if they actually are following us for this, but I suppose you guys deserve to know. And she pulls out the artifact and she unwraps it from its cloth and she holds it up. It's like this kind of like scepter format. She holds it up to you both and she says, I don't know much other than that it's a magical artifact. Kaitar showed it to me. He revealed it to me and he told me to get it out, to take it away from the Empire, to make sure it doesn't fall in the wrong hands. Other than that, there's not much else I could tell you.
Well, I hope it's worth the set of parents. That seems to be what it's cost so far.
They knew the risks. And they gave their lives to protect it. So we shouldn't take their sacrifice in vain. We keep moving.
So there's nothing else you know about it other than it's some magic device that your god wants you to take out of here?
From what Gideon told me, it's something that we used a long time ago. This is older, perhaps even older than the Empire itself, but it was used against magic users. Something that Milankovich probably desperately wants. We don't know the extent of its powers, but this cleric found it, and now she's with us. Her life is in danger too.
I think it'd be unwise to have you separate from us. Clearly, that thing is very important, and if you're tasked to protect it, then I'd like to keep you in my sights. Vestel, I say, stays with us. We keep moving as planned.
We're all going to the same place. And I promised Gideon I would get her out of here. I agree.
Let's honor the sacrifices that they made. Star gets back up on the horse, and there's a brief instant where her eyes meets yours, Vestel. As she's pulling the horse forward, she says back to you, "Are you all right?"
I'm as all right as I could be.
Yeah.
They were your friends. They were kind to me, and those girls.
Yeah.
Like you said, all we can do is keep moving forward. Thank you, Star. And she'll grab your arm and hop on.
And Rebel, don't mind him. He's just scared. So am I.
I think we all are.
And you all continue forward, eventually catching up with Rebel and Brother Lucas. And not too long after, you settle down in a makeshift camp with no fire to prevent any chance of being spotted. And even though through the thick cover of trees, there is a cold evening wind that blows down from the Arcturus mountain range to your east, making conditions less than ideal. Another thing that some of you know about the Golden Thicket is that some people say it's haunted or filled with angry spirits from the magical beings that were violently driven from their home. Some say it's just the wind and the trees, and it's your hope that this hearsay will deter anyone else from following you. But whichever rumor you believe, it is for sure that this was once a place where magic resided. Where the leaves never blush
the spring and summer seasons, and there is a certain sensation felt in the air. So right now we're kind of fast forwarding to when you guys are making this small camp. It's a little small area. If anyone wants to engage with each other while you're in this space, knock yourself out.
Okay, guess we got more than what we bargained for. Kind of glances at Vestiel. Thought we were escaping, not saving the day. Am I right?
I thought so too. This is a bit more than I bargained for, but I suppose it's I guess it's what we should expect if we're going to go against the Empire and try and escape, especially with something in our grasp that we had no idea was with us when we left. Look over at Star and Revel. Go. Little warning would have been nice.
Little warning about which now?
It would have been nice to know that we are carrying a very powerful artifact when we left New Domar.
It doesn't normally go this way. And I apologize for putting you in danger, but tensions around the Empire have been running rampant, especially lately. You saw how it was at the gates. They're in a frenzy somehow, and they've really escalated the hunt for Arcanists. This, we don't know. We didn't know. This was just as unexpected and last minute, but it is important. As an Arcanist, I hope you can understand that.
I can. What's done is done. It's too late now to debate past events. We need to figure out how to get out of here. That's still my focus.
We are headed somewhere. Although the normal exits are closed off now, there are a lot of them, and we can't risk this thing falling into their hands. But we do have one last resort, an emergency exit of sorts, hidden, but exactly for a situation like this. It'll take us. Go ahead.
Do we have to take it with us? Could we destroy it? Could we melt it down? Sell the gold? Divvy it up? I mean, obviously we'd get some more because we didn't know that we were in for this sort of danger, so there'd be some compensation. But what's the point of even keeping this thing intact if it's so dangerous?
We have to take it to our people, and we're not doing that.
No. If I'm last man standing, I am.
Unfortunately, understand you might not understand the ways of magic, kind of doing the actually. If it's really a magical artifact, you can't really destroy it. Not as in the normal means that we would of such metals.
We watch him do it for like 20 minutes. Trying to break it on his horns and stuff. Sorry, Caldor. Continue.
It must be taken to the fires of Mount Doom.
Oh, shit, that's really far away.
I heard there's birds that take you there. I don't know.
No, that's stupid.
No. That's stupid, yeah. No, but at least from what I understand, you can't just simply destroy it.
Yeah, inconvenient.
Don't worry, Tygon. We'll get you out appear too.
That'd be nice.
But-
Did anyone else see back there with the conflagration? Anybody see a bear or something? Am I the only one? Wild animal of some kind in the woods?
Sounds like it's in your head.
Yeah, what are you talking about? This is Mike the DM asking you, not Star or anyone.
No, there was a pair of eyes. It didn't look human.
Oh.
Wasn't sure what it was. I didn't know if anyone else saw it. Probably a bear.
Oh, the
No,
figure.
that was in the fire. The figure in the fire.
The figure
Yeah,
that.
still don't know what it was.
Yeah.
Did everyone see it though?
That's a good question for GM. Did we see the
No one
eyes?
else saw it. In fact, because Tygon had the highest passive perception, actually a ridiculous passive perception, I want to note. Him taking the last look, saw the figure rising from the debris, but it happened to stare directly at you.
Okay.
While you lingered.
So we didn't notice that.
Okay.
And he's mentioning it now.
What do you mean, Tygon?
It's just among the flames. I saw a pair of eyes. Maybe there's an animal running through the fire. I'm not sure. It was probably nothing. I mean, mind plays tricks among such chaos. Never mind. Skip it.
I just while this is all happening too, I'm sitting by. We don't have a fire, right? So
correct. Yeah.
I do light a small candle, just to like, just a little bit as we're talking, just so I can like to start just like writing down in my notes and spells and stuff.
Okay.
So I gotta do normal night just while we're talking and stuff.
Sure. And in fact, too, because there's no fire, I should mention that any rations that you guys want warmed up or whatever, there's a casting of prestidigitation to help make them more palatable. Also, before settling in, Star moves around the area with Seraphina, doing a ritual casting of the alarm spell on flanking sides. And in fact, Caldor, in the middle of your writing, she asks you to come and join her. And she teaches it to you so that you can get another side of the camp covered. So you may also add the alarm spell to your spell book. Oh, she seems to be quite the proficient teacher as proficient of a teacher as her mentor.
Cool.
So towards the end of the evening, you guys cast your alarm spells. And kind of moving forward here, Vistel, you happen to find a large tree to lean up against, and you do what you can to make yourself comfortable. In fact, have you ever slept outside before?
No, this is the first time on this trip. So she's set down as many blankets as possible. She puts down her whatever she has and kind of goes around like, are there any blankets that no one's not using? Quite uncomfortable.
And as you,
I've got one blanket. I'm gonna be using that.
It's not even a blanket; it's a towel. It's not even a towel.
It's a towel. It's actually from Grandma Mina's place.
Oh god damn it! Stop stealing from Mina, you guys. Disinspiration. Bastards. As you are about to get into your rations, though, Vistel, Star approaches you and says, mind if I share the space with you tonight?
Oh, yes, of course. And she'll kind of scooch over. She says, I was actually going to ask you if you could heat this up a bit. Feels strange to ask someone to use magic, but it is handy, isn't it?
Yeah, sometimes. And yeah, of course. And she does that quite casually, and you feel the warmth of the blanket kind of help mitigate the cold coming down from the cold air of from the mountains. And she sits next to you against the tree, arms drawn up around her knees, just kind of staring aside. And ahead in silence. And you're pulling out your rations and everything.
Star, I've been wanting to say I'm sorry if everything that's happened is because of this and because of what I've brought to you all, your friends. I don't know what else I could say except for sorry.
It's not your fault. This is part of the job. We didn't know that this was going to happen, but neither did you. I don't think you did this intentionally.
No, never.
It's fine. We're going to get this out. It's very important. So we're going to get it out, and we're going to get the rest of you safe. That's what we do. It's what we've been doing for a while, though probably not very much more, at least in the meantime. She kind of seems to be lost in thought. And then she says, I know it's not easy to say, but I wouldn't take Revel's words too personally. His sister, Elise, she wasn't a cleric, but was still a devout follower of Tytar. Everyone at the temple knew her and enjoyed her company. She was always so happy, and he was too, believe it or not, before she was murdered. It's for certain that's why he took it so hard when they wouldn't even help her. Bruised, bloodied, dying on their doorstep, all because she was accused of being an Ark, which of course she wasn't. They turned on her without a second thought, and so did Tytar. Or so, that's what Revel believes. If you knew her, it'd be hard not to think so too. He loved her so much, and now she's gone.
I wish I had gotten a chance to meet her. I understand where all his anger is from. I've never met someone so angry at me for nothing, it seems. But now I understand. And if I'm being honest, when I heard the story, I've always believed that the Empire was on our side for so long, keeping us protected, and there have been so many stories like that I've heard, and I just thought it was for our good.
Most people do. There's definitely something going on, but not even we can say so for sure. And you're right about Revel. He is angry, but it's just the way he deals with his loss. We, all of us here, have lost someone because of our nature. Who we are, this thing we can't control. Even non-casters suffer by association or even just doing what's right. Royce, you met back at the tavern in New Domar. He and his wife, both non-casters. But Myrna was slain in the street for defending some arcane children. Just a simple commoner with a big heart. Lucas, over there, his brother was an Ark, but he, a servant of Coralon, was almost executed for protecting him. I don't know if you would consider him lucky for being spared, especially after they tortured him. He'll live with the scars of that for the rest of his elven life. He won't talk about it, and we will not let him relive it, but at least he's using his second chance to help people. That one, Calidor, he's been on the run since he was a child. His mother was executed by knights, hung for everyone to see, after he was caught practicing her magic. Just a curious child eager to learn. He escaped, but he must be in so much pain. But I failed Dana and Gemma. It's almost a blessing she'll be too young to remember this, but Dana, she's a bright young girl, and I failed them both, and now they're orphans. It's gonna be a hard talk when I get back.
Don't put this on yourself, Star. That was more than any of us could have handled.
Yeah, but I could have done better. I could have done something. I can at least make it right by taking you all to safety and not letting their sacrifice go in vain.
Of course. And she'll put her hand on yours, and she said, "We're gonna get through this together, all of us. And now that I know these things, maybe one day I could take these stories back to the tower I came from and try to make a difference from there. Or do what you guys do."
Back to the tower? You mean home?
Home. Right. Home.
I'm sorry, Vestel, but I don't think you're ever going to be able to go home again.
I guess I was holding on to it a bit too much. I thought I'd be able to one day. I left behind some family that I'd miss, but I suppose you're right.
Sorry.
No, you guys, everyone here has been through so much more than I have that this is just a small sacrifice. We're all going to get through this together.
Give me an insight check, please. Do you think I'm a monster? That I should be executed, punished, or driven out? Knowing what you know about magic users then and now.
No, of course not. Of course not. If you had asked Vestel 2 or 3 weeks ago, I admit there would probably be a different answer, but I've seen so much since then. None of you are monsters. As much as I want to hate the tiefling, I understand we're all just trying to get through this.
Okay. 14.
Pretty sure this didn't mean monsters. Never mind.
You guys aren't there. We're having a conversation. We're having girl talk, okay? With your insight check, Star stares into your eyes, and you can see the pain behind the facade of the now thin veil of strength she puts up. And almost sensing that you can recognize her vulnerability, she leans in slowly to kiss you.
Vestel sees this happening, and she's a bit taken aback, but she'll stay still. She doesn't move in, but she'll stay where she is.
Okay. It lasts only for a second or a minute. You can't tell, but the moment is so sublime that you instantly lose yourself, and for that brief moment, you forget everything that's happened and let go of all worry of everything that's going to happen. And then she pulls away. So I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have done that.
No. I mean,
no.
It was unexpected.
I'm just having a really hard time, and being with you here makes me feel safe. I can move if you want me to.
No, it's It's fine. Like I said, it was unexpected. I don't know exactly how to feel about that, but I feel safe too, sitting with you here.
Thanks. It's been a hard day. I just don't want to be alone tonight.
Of course. Of course.
And the rest of the evening is rather uneventful. Sarah and Asher, they actually take the first watch, followed by Revel and Brother Lucas. You do hear the occasional bits of forest noise, but nothing out of the ordinary. Oh, wait, no, you do actually hear something. Well, no perception check. It sounds like an owl, but then you swear it starts sounding out words.
It's
Time for a break. Shut up. Oh, thanks, Wes. Don't forget to subscribe to us on Twitch for free with your Amazon Prime account.
It's actually Tygan and Calidor. We're making out. And
You're making out too, yeah. All right. God damn it, Wes. All right, let's go pee. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everyone. Okay, so I know I said that the rest of the evening was uneventful. What I really meant was except for Tygon. Actually, I don't have any really good music. I don't know this music, so apologies if it's all out of whack. I'm just going to put on something here. During your slumber, Tygon, the scene of what you saw in the fire back at the tavern is repeated over and over in your dreams. The explosion, the flaming wreckage being shoved aside, the shadow of a figure rising and the burning red eyes staring back at you. And every playback brings your perspective closer and closer until the eyes are in your face with a final whisper. Power. And the image of the relic Vistel revealed is flashed briefly in your mind, punctuating the end of your dream as you sit up, sweating, breathing really hard. The first bad dream that I would say you've experienced, well, probably ever, I suppose. And everyone around you right now is packing up, and Revel gives your boot a little kick and says to you, "Aye, get the fuck up. We're leaving in 5." You all right, mate?
Huh? Yeah, you okay? What about yourself? Let's go.
Get up. Star is looking around the camp. Everyone good? Where's Brother Lucas? And he's actually running through the back. He's like, I'm right here. Revel's like, oh, awful long shit. You reading a scroll back there? No. Whatever. Let's get going. And travel is a little slower through the forest. Of course, not on the road. Instead of a straight shot of the evening and the even terrain of the road, there's a lot going on, a lot going around the natural and ancient topography of the forest. Some scattered ruins, rock formations, large trees older than the Empire itself hinder your path. It might have taken you a month to travel the same distance you did from New Domar if it weren't for Seraphina's acute navigational skills and scouting. Jesus Christ. At some point, over the next few days, though, you become more comfortable in the fact that you may have lost whoever may be hunting you, except for Revel, who continues to stare suspicious daggers at Vistel every chance he gets. He's just like, he's always like, I don't know. Can you imagine how it goes? It's not supposed to be funny, but it is, So, Tygon, you continue to have the same dream every night and wake up in the same manner. At some point when you camp, Calidor, Star approaches you. Hey, I have something for you. I managed to find these tucked in my spell book. I must have forgotten about them. And she hands you a folded scroll of silvery barbs, first level, and a third level cast of magic missile. You may know that one, but it may come in handy, just in case. I also wanted to go
Thanks.
over with. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, every bit of magic you can get, right?
Exactly.
I also wanted to go over this with you, just in case. And she hands you a scroll and you open it up, and you see that it has a sequence for a teleportation circle. There's one thing I learned from Gideon. It's always to have a backup plan. This is where you're all going. Should I not be able to activate it, it'll be up to you to get everyone to safety. And then she grabs your arm and looks you in the eye. The Empire must never know where this goes. Can I trust you with this?
Where does it go?
Far away. But not out, completely out of their reach. Can I trust you?
You can trust me.
Okay. She goes in her belt and she hands you a small pouch, and you look inside, and it contains chalks and inks infused with jewels. If I were to quantify it, I would say it would be about 50 gold pieces worth. But really, how much is that in this economy? You know, with the rise of anti-magic sentiments, you know, $50 worth of spell components might not be the same thing. Yeah, I'm just kidding. It's a bad joke. Anyways,
the market's all over the place.
Yeah, I know. It's inflation. It's magic. It's magic component inflation. But she says
before we get too far away, you said before the teleportation scroll, and then there was the magic missile, third level. What was the one before that?
It was a first level silvery barbs.
Silvery barbs. That's it.
Thank you. And third level magic.
Got it.
She hands you the spell components for the teleportation circle, and she says you shouldn't need this right away, but hang on to it in case you do. I understand that this is beyond your current skill level, but Gideon saw potential in your aptitude, so I'm inclined to believe you can handle it. I trained under him for a while, you know. Brilliant man. Excellent teacher. I hope to honor him by passing this on to you.
You know quite a lot about magic. I've seen you cast. You have a lot of skill.
I was fortunate enough to grow up outside of the Empire. I've had training under some of the best casters that I've ever known in my entire life. And when you get on the other side, you may have that opportunity too. There's so much more outside of the Empire waiting for someone as thirsty for knowledge as you.
Why can't you just give this to her yourself?
I don't understand. That's not not sure what you mean. But
you asked if you could trust me with this.
I just wanted to make sure that I could trust you, that you wouldn't be able to that you wouldn't let this fall in the Empire's hands. But over the course of the next few days, she does go over the formula and the circle sequence with you. Make an intelligence check, or actually make 3 intelligence or arcana checks with advantage, because Star seems to be as proficient of a teacher as her mentor. And I'll give this to you. The DC, I don't normally do this, but the DC is 15, which is the 10 plus the spell level in order to learn the teleportation circle. Oh my goodness. Jesus Christ. All right. Well,
Does that make it?
no, you fail. Oh God, you're terrible. Get out of here. Calidor got a 23, a 21, and a 25. Wow. Okay, that's actually the best. That's the best outcome that you possibly could have gotten, because with 3 successes, and this is sort of to represent the next few days of when you guys are camping. She takes a little bit of time each time to teach you a little bit more about it, so that you have a full grasp of what it is, just in case you need to use it. With 3 successes, you not only learn the spell in your spell book, you gain advantage on and a -5 to the spell DC on your next casting. So
And there's a teleportation circle.
correct,
right?
yeah. When you're going to use this next time you use the scroll, well, first of all, you get the spell in your spell book, but the next time you cast it, you get the -5 and you gain advantage.
Sweet.
Yeah.
I'm loving this. Calidor is just learning all kinds of magic.
Exactly, and she, you get that sense from her being able to teach you, and she seems very happy to teach someone with that eagerness, that aptitude for magic. And this is something that you probably wanted your entire life, but again, living within the confines of the Empire, never had the opportunity to do so, which is just filling your mind with all the opportunities that you might have should you escape. There is one other thing before we left the tavern. Kara gave this to me, and I was supposed to give this to her youngest daughter, Gemma, but everything happened so fast I forgot to pass it over to Taryn. And she hands you a small but heavy crystal. It's dull green and cold to the touch. As you stare at it in your hand, you feel not only the magic coursing through it, but the actual weight feels more heavy in spirit than physically. It's a very odd sensation for you. That's something special she wanted her to have when she came of age. When I asked her why she didn't just give it to herself, she just smiled. She takes another long pause and says, I think she knew her time was up and didn't want it to be lost with her. Can I trust you with this too? Take it back to the little girl, Gemma, should you have the opportunity. It may not be tomorrow, it may not be in a few years, but at some point.
Why do you trust me with this?
Something about you. You're gonna make it, and just in case.
You can't give it to her yourself?
She just smiles at you, claps you on the shoulder, and she strolls.
I take it and kind of stare off into space, contemplating everything, and then pocket it.
What does everyone's rations look like?
I believe I have 3 left after everything.
Okay. What I'm looking for is if you have 6, or essentially, if you have 6 rations, delete them or remove 6 rations. And again, everything over that is taken care of. But if you have less than 6 rations, we're just minus 6 rations is what I'm getting at. I don't know what I'm saying. Ugh. Messing with this fucking music and it's driving me nuts right now. It's not playing anything. I'm like, oh, that's
sorry.
No, it's not you. It's not you. It's all over the place. I'm just pressing buttons here. Tygon, what do you do about your dreams? You're having them every night, and you're waking them up. What do you decide to do about them?
Well, it's more like a sort of plan that's building. Tygon, every time he has one of these dreams, he finds himself thinking about the power that could come if he got his hands on that thing. And he keeps looking at it from the side of his eyes, seeing whether he can see it wrapped up in the cloth, see who's carrying it, see if you can see the weight of it, in anyone's pouch. Just always seems hyper aware of where it is at any moment.
Do you tell anyone about your dream?
Oh God, no.
Give me a deception check.
Right.
And actually, wait, don't do
19.
that. Don't do that. Oh, son of a bitch. Okay, that's fine. Everybody, I meant to totally forgot about something, but everybody, I need everyone but Tygon to make a perception or insight check, please.
You can role play.
Yeah, that's fine. I just wanted to, I was
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, don't forget to tell him to do the GM role. It's listed on your fucking notes, you know.
Ooh, not 20.
And
Nice.
oh my god.
Come on.
Nice.
Got the hot hand.
That's fucking tastic. Oh man, that
Oh.
couldn't have gone any fucking better.
You nat
Okay.
20s. We got you.
Well, over the course of the few nights, there is a mixture of people noticing, you two especially, noticing that Tygon is waking up in such a stupor. Vestel, you in particular have noticed that he's been staring at you and your bag, especially anytime this happens. You guys don't have to do anything about it now if you don't want to, but you are aware of his prying eyes. And something is going on, at least.
Estelle will probably discuss it. Oh,
Go ahead, Vista.
she'll go to Star and say, "Have you noticed?" She kind of like does the head tilt. He's been being a little weird. I feel like he's been staring at the bag often.
You're just being racist, Estelle. Get out of your head.
Can't trust anything she says.
I couldn't help it. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Honest reaction.
Really funny.
Oh my god. Really? I thought we were past this. Well,
You of all people.
what is he? In fact, hold on one second, because I have to do that too. Then, really? What do you? What is he doing? What do you notice?
He seems to be staring at my bag quite often, or at least in my direction. It gives me the feeling that maybe he wants to steal from me. I don't know. But I don't know. He also seems to be strange in the mornings. Have you noticed that?
No,
Like,
I
he would
haven't.
sweat.
Interesting. Well, we'll definitely keep an eye out. But if he wants to get out of here alive, he'll not take it. Or I will end it.
Right. Okay. Just wanted to check with you. Maybe someone else has seen the same, but we should all keep our eyes open.
Thank you for bringing it to my attention. She gives your shoulder a little squeeze.
Tygon's off, just sitting cross-legged, playing the bowl, whistling innocently while this is happening.
All right. Calidor, did you want to do something? Yeah.
Yeah. I think Calidor would probably go to Tygon when there's a quiet moment and sit down next to him. So that artifact, you have your eye on it quite heavily.
Which artifact do you mean?
You know the artifact. The siphon, the thing we're running from or running with.
Oh yeah, the worthless stick.
Oh my
Where you
god.
melt it down.
Deception check. Deception check. Oh my god. Don't even.
29.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my god.
Fucking bards,
You can
man.
see my deception stat.
No. What? Yeah, absolutely. Insight. What artifact? Oh, that piece of shit. No.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay. You're just like, oh. Yeah.
Well, you have your eye on it still. Strange. Anyway.
Oh yeah, the stick. Yeah, no, I just thought the stick was. It's weird that so much fuss is being made over such a little thing.
Tygon rolled a 29, by the way, for those of you who can't see the dice.
Right.
I'm just letting you know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
I'm pulling this off.
Ridiculous.
Well,
Why do you ask?
I've been seeing you. You have your eye on it.
Oh, yeah.
You keep
No, you
you keep
just
watching
talk.
it, so yeah.
Well, you're the one talking about it all the time. I don't know. Maybe you should say something to someone else in the party about how interested you are in the siphon. Seems a little strange. You can't stop talking about it.
I really can't wait till we're out of here. But really, let's let Festel handle that. Okay?
Yeah. Exactly.
Right.
Yeah, I'm glad we had this talk. Maybe you could just let it go. Put it out of your mind. Try not to obsess over it.
I get up and walk away.
Oh, what have I done? Okay.
Oh, God.
All right.
I hope he lives forever.
It's really fun.
This is going great. Okay. It's an hour past nightfall when you arrive at your final destination. Those of you with dark vision can make out the ruins. Actually, let's throw you on the map. Everyone, drag yourself to the bottom of the map, please. It's an hour past your knife.
Left, right?
In the middle, or so.
Cool.
It is an hour past nightfall when you arrive at your destination. Those of you with dark vision can make out the ruins of a small building overtaken by the growth of trees that have been there since long after it had fallen. Once again, you can only hear the wind whispering through the trees, blowing down from the northeast coming off the mountains. However, there is a tremor of energy you all can feel the closer you approach the ruins. Even you, Vistel. To you, it almost feels like something is watching you. Star approaches the ruins and casts light on the wall. Interesting. It's already on the wall. Okay, never mind. Whoops. You guys can see the light. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, I see it. Yeah, okay. So she casts light on the wall, illuminating the surrounding area. Seraphina, Loki, and Lucas move in after her as Revel and Asher tend to the horses. You see Star walking into the ruins, and she calls you over, Calidor. She says, Calidor.
Go over and approach.
Yeah. She calls you over next to her, up in the temple area right here. And just for like mechanics sake, these stone walls, it's hard to gauge, but like on the map itself, but some of the walls are kind of half intact, but they're broken down enough where we're just going to count them as difficult terrain to a point. So I didn't really block anything off. And sorry. She nods over to the corner for you to focus your attention, and with a wave of her hand and a familiar incantation of illusion magic, the facade is dispelled. And the traces of an arcane circle appear, and she kind of gives you a little wink so that you can observe it. She says, "Study this. We made it. Everyone, sit tight." And she begins to get to work with you, Caldor.
Bend down and start kind of trying to learn the sequence and just kind of studying and observing it.
You hear Seraphina say, "Wait." And you look back at her, and she's staring into the darkness of the tree line in this direction. You all notice that Loki is also crouched over. His hackles are up, and he's just growling in the same direction. Revel turns around, and he draws his blades. And Asher turns around too, and he holds out his hand, summoning his Eldritch Spear, and swings it into a defensive position while trying to discern the presence. Everyone actually, never mind. Without even rolling, you all feel a chill trace a path down your spine. And Tygon, when it reaches the small of your back, the vision of the dream you've been having flashes the artifact in your mind again. And this time you hear a voice within, a woman's, cold and commanding. "Bring it to me, and you shall have all the power you desire." And at this time, everyone sees it. The pair of glowing red eyes staring at you through the darkness. Asher yells to the figure, "Show yourself!" And he moves to the edge of the light with his spear ready to strike. There's no response, only silence, and even the wind seems to be holding its breath, waiting for an answer. And then you all hear Seraphina break the silence. "Ash?" And at first you all think nothing of it. You're unable to turn your gaze away from the eyes until you hear the gasping. And you all turn to see Seraphina choking on her own blood, pouring through her fingers as she grasps at her slit throat. And Asher turns, and his eyes are widened in horror as he watches his love fall to the ground, revealing behind her Brother Lucas with a dagger in his hands, and a pained look of suffering across his face. And Asher begins to roar, "Sarah!" but is immediately cut off as his body crumples to the ground, and a surge of darkness is just washing over his remains. And there, at the edge of the light, your eyes follow his now still form, the vivid blood staining the perfect white of his hair and tunic, to the heavy spiked head that crushed him in a single unexpected blow from behind, following up the shaft to the now visible form grasping the maul that looks unexpectedly too heavy for such a lithe frame. It is a woman with pale skin and raven black hair. She is wearing dark tarnished armor and a crimson cloak thrown over her shoulders. And with a wicked smile, it spreads across her face, and you hear the heavy footfalls of more heavy armor surrounding you. Hoo, it's time for another break. Sorry. If this is your first time joining us, what are you doing? Go back and watch the rest of our episodes so you know what the hell is going on. Just kidding. Haha, kind of. All right, we're going to take a quick break. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Please remember to give us that sweet validation by doing the like and subscribe thing, and even jump into our live stream chat and give us a holler. If that's too boring for you, subscribe and try using those custom emotes so you too can feel special. It also comes with ad-free viewing, so you can be there and watch our countdown placard instead. I guess, I feel dirty. Okay, let's sit tight. We'll be right back. All right, let's get into it as Loki howls a battle cry of rage mixed with a battle cry of rage mixed with sorrow for his fallen mama. Break my own fucking heart. Actually, let's roll
that one hurt a little.
One hurts a little, And as we're rolling initiative, Star screams, "Lucas, how could you?" And you all see Rebel. He just has this look of betrayal and confusion while his attention is snapping to all the enemies closing in around him. Let's see here. I'm actually at this point I'm just going to get rid of the horses so that we have more breathing room here. They kind of scatter. Unless you want to kill them, Calidor. Is that something you want to do? Does that sound like something?
That's exactly what my plan was.
Take it. I want to kill the horses. Okay, let's see here. Go ahead and roll initiative while I do so for the rest of these jabronis.
All right, Tygon's a 14.
Not bad. I got a 16.
13.
Okay. And I'm a little bit behind here. Because I'm throwing a lot of dudes at you guys.
Yeah. That's a long list there.
Finale, too.
Yeah.
Hope you don't die.
Hope you don't die, kind of.
He's like, revenge for the first episode.
Who is this? This is this lady, this little lady here. And okay. Oh, I guess I need to do the music again because I didn't do it on repeat. Damn. Okay. Music goes crazy. Just let me know. Oops, I forgot to roll for her. Sorry. All right. Go Star. That's not the right music. That's Puffin music.
I don't think I hear anything. One of us could just
Great.
sing a little bit.
Hey, we have a bard in the party.
No, I don't want Tygon doing anything else right now, actually. I'm a little yeah. Okay. Okay, so you all look around you. You see your dead friends on the ground. Loki is howling in pain and frustration, I guess. No, not sorrow, not frustration. God, well, I suppose he's a little frustrated. And you hear the sound of armor surrounding you. As we move to Star, actually, her first turn, she says, we have to defend the circle. And she waves her hand and mage armor forms over her body And also, when the process of casting that abjuration spell, a shimmering dome of energy manifests for just a half a second as she manifests her abjuration shield. So the next guard would be up, and she starts looking around at everybody here. This guard does 5, 10, 15, 20. You hear something to the northeast moving as Caldor, you're up.
Oh boy. Yeah, still trying to see. What should I do here? So they're surrounding us. They're all around us.
As far as you can see, as far as you can tell, if you have dark vision, did I give you dark vision? I'm pretty sure I made sure you had dark vision.
Yeah, I can only see so far.
That's fine. That's perfect.
This is a person?
That is a person, yeah. Okay, and that's deliberate too. So you guys can start to see traces of people edging over towards you.
Oh boy. Okay. I'm going to you know what, I'll just seeing that guy, and that's all I can really see, trying to protect the circle. Look over the edge of the wall and just sort of shout some an incantation and fire off a magic missile towards that guy. So I will.
I'm muted. And on the left.
3d4 plus 3, so 9 damage, sending 3 magic missiles over to that guy.
Hang on.
The only one I can see, I was pinging him earlier. This guy there.
I don't see your pings. Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, oh, it's dark green. Okay, yeah. 9. Okay, that one, you see him, all 3 of the missiles, like, boom, 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 and he gets knocked back on his feet a little bit, but then he's still coming towards the ruins. Anything for your bonus action?
No, that's all. That's all I can do.
Tygon, you're up after this dark agent approaches the ruins. She is holding she's holding the shaft of the big giant spiked maul that is still embedded into the lifeless body of Asher, and she pulls it up with a satisfying. She has this wicked smile on her face, and she says, she like puts her eyes to you, and she looks past you and says to Vestel, "Hand it over, and I'll spare the lives of your friends." As she waits. Tygon, you are up. With Vestel, you will be after in like 2 turns.
Okay. Tygon looks at this soldier mounting the horse down here to the southwest and casts.
Ooh.
Sorry.
No worries.
No, I don't want to do that one.
Take the siphon to Sauron, you guys. Shut up. I'm just kidding. Sorry, I'm just reading the chat now, you guys.
Catching up on the chat.
No, Tygon doesn't turn into a werewolf, okay? All right, sorry, go on. Keep going.
You cast heat metal on this knight, this mounted knight.
Okay, all right. I forgot you had that. I actually literally forgot you had that. Great. Okay. He can't take it off, so he takes 11 damage. He's like, "Oh no, I heard about this. Not again." As you guys, from whoever can see this knight on the left, you start to see in the darkness the shape of searing red hot armor just glowing, and followed by a few screams of "Ah, ah, ah!" Anything for your bonus action?
Yeah, Tygon's going to just kind of fall back here to get closer to the rest of the crowd, to sort of close in. and calls out to what's the halfling's name again?
Revel.
Right, Revel.
Revel. Revel.
Halfling, come on! You're gonna get yourself killed out there. Close in. And that's it.
Okay. He's like, coward. No, he doesn't really say that. Okay, this guard is gonna go 20, 25, 30. So it's for the glory of the Empire. As Vestel, you are up.
Ooh. Vestel looks out and she says, I can't see anything. Because she has human eyes. She's blind. She's going to... She holds her holy symbol and she calls on Tytar. This kind of like bright light comes from her as she casts Bless.
Nice.
I think 3rd level should give it to Revel, Tygon, Kalidor, Star, and herself.
Oh, wow. What level are you casting it at?
3rd level?
So that's 3, 4, 5. Yeah, wow. Okay, great.
Nice.
Holy shit. Okay, so Revel, Kalidor, Tygon, and Star, and you?
Yes.
Okay, that's pretty much everyone, but that traitor brother Lucas.
Yeah, traitor.
Oh yeah, back there, isn't he? As a bonus action, she'll kind of step back, trying to put some distance between herself and whatever's out there, and she's going to call forth a spectral weapon, a spiritual weapon.
Do it. Kind of. Oh, cool! I didn't bring my tablets. Oh yeah, I did. Okay. What kind of spiritual weapon do you have?
Let's go with a trident.
A trident. Okay. Tall order there. You get a sword.
That works. It's a sword. It's a sword. That's totally fine.
I don't know. It says every spell, but it doesn't have a trident for every spell. Where do you want to put it?
She looks back very quickly and she's going to put it right in front of Brother Lucas' face.
Ooh.
In front of his face.
Right.
She'll be like, don't do anything else. And she leaves it there for now.
Okay. You don't want to attack him or anything?
Can I attack on the first?
You certainly can. With a spiritual weapon, you can do it on a summon. I believe you can post a spell if you want to.
Let me see. There we go.
Okay. When you cast a spell, you can make a melee spell attack. Yep.
All right. There we go. So yeah, she'll do that. She's going to go for non-lethal damage, just because she's not sure what's happening with him.
Okay. Very very considerate of you.
She'll go for his arm, just so that doesn't kill him.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your attack.
What is that? A 1d8?
No, your does it have an attack on your sheet? Your spiritual weapon?
Oh, I'm not seeing it for some reason.
Just roll a d20, and then I think it's you add your spell modifier to it.
A d20?
Yep. Oh, okay. Well, that hits.
Okay. Oh, and then the damage is to d8, right? D8 plus the okay, so that's 3 plus the spell casting, which would be I don't know where to look for.
Oh, your wisdom.
Wisdom.
That would be your cleric, yeah.
So 3 plus 6 damage.
Oh wow, okay. That slashes him across the arm. He's like ah. And it's the arm that he's holding the dagger, and he looks pained not only from the strike that you gave him, but something else seems to be bothering him, I guess you could say. Anything else with your? No, that's an action, bonus action, and you kind of moved. Did you want to move anywhere else?
Nope, that's it.
Right. This guard coming up is closing around too. He's actually gonna dash wait, no, actually 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And he is going to, he's actually going to shoot, this motherfucker is going to shoot at Loki with his crossbow. If I
Quick-
had a crossbow.
Quick question. Obviously, fully rested. Do we have the temporary hit points? Probably not anymore.
You do. Oh, that's a good question. Thank you for bringing that up because I totally forgot to do maintenance on that. Do not have the temporary hit points, but you are fully rested. So if you haven't done it yet, do so. Don't forget to subtract any of the spell slots that you already used up. But thank you very much for bringing that up. Okay, well, sorry, Roll20 is being awesome for me right now. He's gonna shoot a crossbow at him. Oh, buddy. Oh, this guy runs up and he just shoots a heavy crossbow at Loki, doing a good chunk of damage. Got a crit, and you hear Loki, but then he still goes down on his four paws. I don't have words. He's in the crouch position and he's angry. So this guy rides up on his horse. And he charges at Revel and he swings down on him. This is great. This is awesome. Shitload of characters. Thank you for your patience. With a long sword attack. Oh wow. You got a nat 20 again and slashes at Revel, doing a good chunk of damage. And multi-attack again, long sword. For miss. So he hits him once and he Revel kind of dodges out of the way. Also, he actually does his uncanny dodge, so it kind of glances off of him. Revel repays that with a dagger, a short sword attack.
Sorry, real quick. Can I do my reaction to do the silvery barbs on that nat 20?
Yeah, you sure can. Go ahead.
Ooh.
Cool.
So he's about to come down on him, and you go ahead and you describe how you do that.
Yeah, just seeing that reaction to Revel, my friend, and just seeing that hard hit coming down, using my magic to reverse the attack and give him disadvantage. I don't, because I was just a scroll, I didn't have it actually in my spell book. So
Correct.
That's why I'm late bringing it up, because I wanted to make sure I could actually do it.
No, for sure. No, thank you. No, that's absolutely allowable. But so you do cast this scroll, and as you do, the magic hits this guard captain that is with their forces, and it actually deflects it off to the side, completely missing Revel. Who do you give the advantage to?
Yeah, taking the magic, I will send it to Vestel.
Okay, and Vestel, you now have advantage on your next anything. And Revel looks back to you and does. I don't know if you've ever seen Big Trouble in Little China, where they do the hand symbol.
Yes.
So, and then they have their exchange. He does the dagger attack, and he misses. Okay. He actually has bless. So, bless. Fantastic. Hold on a second.
Yeah.
I gotta use this. I always forget. Oh, that actually did it. He just made it. He rolled a 4. Fantastic. Yeah.
Amazing.
So that's great because short sword with 9 plus sneak attack is wow. Okay, so he ended up doing he did a lot. So between, wow, holy shit. Between dodging his attack, and the bless, Revel takes the bless that he got from Vestel and jabs him with the short sword and does a twist just right in the right part of the joint. And those of you in view who can see the guard captain, actually see the blood pouring down. He must have hit an artery or something, but it's pouring out onto his armor. So the bottom half is just stained with red. Man, great hit, Revel. As we move on. Oh, good. Patted myself on the fucking back. But that was a team effort. So, who the hell is this? What is this guy showing up? Oh, it's hiding all the way back here. I got a shitload of stuff on my screen. So excuse me.
A lot of guys.
Yeah. Actually, he's gonna go this way. So that would be the 30 because of difficult terrain, and then he's going to make it. This brave motherfucker is going to hobble over the wall over here as this Domaarian Knight is actually on fire. So let me ask you this, because it's been a while since I've dealt with heat metal. Is it? Do I take the damage on my turn or your turn? The additional damage.
Oh. I'll be happy to educate you on how that works.
Thank you, Justin.
Let's see. Until it ends, I have to use a bonus action on each of my turn to inflict the pain.
Okay. So it's on your turn.
And you have disadvantage on attack rolls. And yeah, so it's on me.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fine. He is going to charge over, and he's actually going to flank Revel, who should have used his bonus action to disengage. That idiot. And because he's flanking, he gets a straight attack, pulls out his greatsword, and he goes to chop it, missing Revel with the first one. And actually nat 1ing on the second for, what do we say, 20?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, Revel is just dodging in and out, and the Domaarian Knight, between the heat metal and Revel being so dexterous, drops the greatsword on the ground as he is on his horse.
Yeah.
Fantastic. And he's not going to get off his horse right now. So it goes to the next guard, who is going to start making his way around here. And he shows up in front of the circle while this other Domaarian Knight closes in. And he is going to charge in and take a swing at Loki. Oh, buddy. I don't want the dog to die. Why am I doing this? Oh, no.
You're killing all your own characters.
I know. It's hard, man. No.
Stop hitting yourself.
Stop hitting yourself. Exactly.
Wow, he really takes Loki down. Oh. Man, Loki is not looking good. It's just this knight rolls up on him and two big greatsword slashes, and Loki is just and just as bloody. But you see him; he is still very, very adamant at taking these people down. As it moves to Star, who? Oh, what do you got, dude? What do you got? She is going to cast a she's gonna let's do a okay. She holds up her hand and makes a fist out of it, and out of the ground I don't know where the fucking cell is. Anyways, an earthen hand pulls out of the ground and tries to pull the Domaarian knight down as she casts earthen grasp.
Zombies.
No, it's just a rock. It's just a rock.
Oh, okay.
It's just a rock head. No, nothing. No, come on. And he makes a strength save, which he totally fails. So this rock hand bursts out of the earth, grabs the Domaarian knight off of his horse, and pulls him down, restraining him. And the horse actually runs away. I'm going to say that. As the horse runs away, this Domaarian knight is locked down and takes damage. As we move on to the next guard, and Caldor, you are up. This one is going to start making his way over here. And he's going to... He's going to attack you, Caldor, with his spear.
Great.
But he rolled a nat 1, so that's cool. And actually, you're up, so you can retaliate if you'd like. Wow, nat 1. This is going great. Great.
Do I have to wait my turn, or can I give him bardic inspiration now?
You have to wait your turn. Bardic inspiration is a bonus action.
Okay.
But you're up, Caldor.
Yeah. That changed my plan a little bit. Him coming right up to me. Yeah. And
oops, sorry.
This is Brother Lucas here?
It is. Who okay. I totally forgot to add to initiative, but we'll just do that now. Oh, no. It's like the first time I've ever played D&D, am I right?
Yeah. Okay, make a decision. I will screw Brother Lucas. I cast Fireball right down on the guys there.
Okay, all right.
Especially that guy coming at me too, kind of quickly, just sort of summoning up what I remember and launching Fireball down.
Do you want to nick Tygon? He's got resistance to fire.
Maybe just a little bit.
A little lick. A little bit of fire.
Just a little lick of fire.
I feel obligated to tell you that. So right there,
a little bit of a burn.
These two and Brother Lucas. All right, go ahead.
So it should be 3 total there.
Your damage.
Yes.
By hair. Asshole.
Dexterity.
16 is the DC.
Oh, really? Wow.
A total of 18 fire, which was a pretty, very low roll, actually.
That's actually really good for
you.
16 fire, you said?
18 fire, DC 16.
Okay, so this one made it. Oh, wait, no. That one... Okay, that one didn't make it. The one in the back. This one did make it in the back. So that's half is 9. And Lucas actually made it 2, despite being threatened by this spiritual weapon. Thank you. But good hit. You see that the guy in front of you, he his whole back gets singed, and he's just like, ah. Anything you want to do with your bonus action?
I don't have much in bonus actions. Take my foot and kick him in the balls.
I'll allow it. No, I'm just kidding. Get out of here. That's crazy.
No, that's it. That's it for me.
Okay. Kick him in the balls, Caldor. Really? Who throws a shoe? Honestly. Dark Agent Matrix. She is she is going to step closer, and she's walking slowly, menacingly towards the rest of you. She sees that you kind of get the impression that she's gonna maybe let these forces take care of you first before she starts, soften you up before she does all the heavy lifting, or the rest of the heavy lifting. Which, Tygon, you are up with Estelle on deck.
All right, Tygon is going to do an impressive backspin maneuver to flank this Yahoo here next to Calidor, and stab with the rapier, augmenting that 10+4 with psychic blades. 14.
What does that do?
Psychic blades adds 3d6 psychic damage to my attack.
Okay.
Dang.
So it's a 14.
Okay, that would work if a 14 hit.
Does it hit?
It does not.
Oh,
Dude. Okay.
Wow.
Then.
Oh wait, no, advantage. You have advantage. You didn't roll advantage. Try again.
oh
shit.
yeah, flanking.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
No.
No.
I gave you a shot, dude. Sorry.
No.
What do you want to do with your
That's the roll the dice there. Oh, that sucks.
So at least I didn't drop my. Not gonna drop my rapier.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh wait, did you roll a d100?
He had the advantage, right? So he didn't technically.
Oh right. Okay, no, that's true. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. This time, yeah.
Okay. Then for my bonus action, I'm going to cast. I'm going to give bardic inspiration to Bastille and say, despite what you think of me, you're still the best of us for the burden you're carrying. We'll do everything we can to protect the siphon.
Do you use your
thing I
singing bowl, or are these your words?
That's my my words. Bardic inspiration.
All right. Do you need to roll a deception check, or is that are you being genuine?
No.
Mike the DM is asking because I really don't know. Okay, no, but still, you actually, in the heat of the moment, you feel that you're charged with this mission, and you feed into that, giving you bardic inspiration, which is a D8, I believe, at this point. Should be. Okay, this guard is gonna come over here and take a swing down on. Oh, you know what? Son of a bitch. I didn't actually put Loki in initiative either, because I'm a jabroni, and I'm gonna give him a shot before this this guard takes him, which he does. He gets a good bite on him for 11 piercing. So this what do you call it? This guard rolls up on him, and he just lashes out and takes a big chunk out of his arm, while the guard comes back and uses his other arm and brings the spear down on Loki. Oh man, I'm rolling really high with these dudes. And just as they trade blows, it's enough. The spear goes through Loki, and you hear his death. And Loki falls to the ground. Oh, I'm such a monster. Delicious. Oh man, sorry, messed you up your turn order, Loki. Bastille, you're up. A lot going on right now.
It's Vestel, right?
Bastille. Sorry, Bastille.
No, you're good. Vestel will first. She's going to use her bonus action for the guy next to her that attacked Calidor, and she will move the spiritual weapon. I can't move it, but she'll move the spiritual weapon towards that guy there, and she's going to attack with it.
Okay.
Let's see. I have a thing here. Okay. There we go. I found it. 13.
Got one. Just like it misses over him.
Can I use the
You can.
advantage? Wait, can I use bless with this roll?
You could. Well, it's your attack, so you can use your bless, your bardic inspiration, and I think that's all you have. Bless and bardic inspiration.
and the
Oh, the advantage, right? Yeah, the advantage that Calidor gave you from his silvery barbs. Correct.
Yes.
Wow, you're stacked.
Oh, you are.
yeah, you guys.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, she's like super powerful.
Well, actually, though, with that attack with advantage, so with your advantage and your bless, then you hit him. So you still have the bardic inspiration.
Okay.
That's what the D4 is, right?
I think you have to use the silvery barbs too.
Oh, I have to.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
on your next one. But
your
no, yeah,
next
she does get it with the silvery barbs too.
Sweet. Okay. Awesome. So that's that. And let's see.
Roll your damage on him.
4 force damage.
Man, the sword-looking trident spears him in the back of the neck, and is looking really hurt right now.
Awesome. And then she'll turn back around towards the 3 men here, the 3 guards there, and she's going to kind of call upon Tytar. She says a quick prayer to Tytar. She raised her arms up and then down as she casts Scorching Ray.
Oh, okay. One on each of them?
Yes.
Okay. Roll 3 different attacks, please.
3 attacks. Okay.
You do have bardic inspiration for one of them.
You do.
Okay. Can I use it for the third one?
The
So I got a 15, 8, and a 10. So can I use it with a 10?
You can. I'm assuming that they're going to go they're going in order 1, 2, 3.
Yes.
Okay.
And I'm gonna roll my bless on all of them in order.
Okay.
Sorry, this is a lot.
No.
So it would be 18, 12, and 12. And then I'll
18,
roll the
12 and 12.
And then now the last one is at 18.
Yeah.
So 18,
12 and 18.
18, 12, and 18. Okay, well, you hit the 2 guards, but not the, what do you call it?
The knight.
The knights. Yes.
Knights.
Actually, if you give me 1 second. Because I forgot that Earthen Grasp gives you their restrained, and restrained means that you have advantage on the creature. So go ahead and roll a second attack for the knight.
Oh, okay.
Well, she's got the advantage on there, right?
Oh, that's true. Yeah, it was
For the first one, though. Right, you use the advantage for the spiritual weapon attack because you had to.
from Silvery Barbs.
Yeah, and that only works on the next attack or anything that you do.
I'm just saying she has the rolls there already.
Yeah. I don't know how to turn it off. So
Well,
it's,
I
they
see.
all
I
have
see.
advantage.
Oh, okay, yeah, no. So okay, that's correct. Okay, thank you
Yeah.
for me. You hit the 2 knights, or the two guards.
The
So
two
go ahead and roll
guards.
your damage.
Okay, awesome. That'll be a 9 fire and then a 12 fire. And as she casted the one with Bardic Inspiration, she's going to say thank you to Tygon as well.
Okay.
So, so you should now know that when you use the bardic inspiration that I gave you, it was actually laced with words of terror.
Please.
So you're going to be
post that.
taking. What's that?
Please post that.
You're going to be taking psychic damage.
What?
Equal
What?
equal to
Let me
the
see
number
this.
you
Wait.
roll
Let
on
me
the-
see. Hold on.
The thing?
First, roll your damage, and Justin, please post the spell by hitting the top level.
Should be so. It's supposed to take damage equal to the number you roll on your bardic inspiration die.
Oh, what? So the 12.
No, you roll. I think you may misunderstand what your ability is. Post it on the chat, please.
The words of terror?
Yes, please.
Because I think you need to make an attack for that. I'm not sure though.
Let's see.
Otherwise, she would have to take 6 damage based on what he said,
Oh, half of it.
or half.
You know what? Sorry, maybe I was misinformed here. I thought that Words of Terror was something I could embed in Bardic Inspiration to have it,
I think you have
but
to.
I could have
yeah.
looked up the wrong.
Says you have to speak to them for at least for a minute. I think it's a separate
Oh.
ability.
That's
Whew.
I
That's
looked up
something else.
something totally. I went to a bad source.
We're gonna go back. What, is it ChatGTP? Is he teaching how to play D? Is he teaching how to play fucking D&D now? Great. She used the bardic inspiration. We're gonna gloss over that. She.
Evil.
We can pretend you got
Roll-
terrified.
You
Roll
all
can
know
pretend
it's
you got
coming anyway.
Roll your damage. So 4 and 9 and 12 for the. Oh wow. Okay. So the first guy, he eats it. How do you do it?
Like I said, she put her hands into the sky and she kind of pulled down these scorching rays. They're like these bright light that come from the sky straight onto their top of their head.
The other ones, they're just not on target, and they miss the knight, and the other one hits the other guy too, and he's looking pretty badly burned. So what is it with you guys burning my opponents to death here? This one is dead. Hold on. And you used your bonus action. Do you have anything for your movement?
She will step back and stand next to Star. She's like, "What do we do?" She like pulled down those scorching rays. That's about it.
She says, I'm going to start using the, I'm going to start initiating the teleportation circle. You guys have to hold them back. As this guard closes in, this one is very badly burned. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and just gets to Kalidor with his spear. Ah!
Sorry, I
I
moved
just
back.
just stand there watching him come towards me. Ah!
He got a nat 20. Do you have anything to?
Are you serious?
I'm goddamn
Jeez.
serious. Yeah.
Damn.
Oh my god. Should have kept that scroll of the the reaction instead of using it on a rebel. No, I
Thanks,
don't have
buddy.
anything.
He runs you through for 9 piercing damage total.
Okay.
It's like ah.
Could be
As
worse.
the guard captain dismounts, half movement, 5, 10. Oh, I'm so sorry. He doesn't dismount. I forgot that Revel is right actually here. And he actually, he's gonna attack Revel. This is great that my sheet doesn't want to open up. Yeah. All right. Sorry. There's a longsword attack on Revel. Oh, jeez. Dude, I am rolling really fucking high today. He makes 1 attack on Revel. It is a scathing blow, but he does roll he rolls a nat 1 on his second one and barely holds on to his sword. Okay, and getting rid of that. Brother Lucas is like, I'm sorry. I didn't want to. And you can see that Brother Lucas is struggling, like he is fighting himself. And he starts moving out of range. He starts hobbling away from the rest of you. He's going to start moving. Tygon, you can make an opportunity attack if you'd like.
I would not.
Okay, son of a bitch. He starts hobbling away towards what looks like the Dark Agent as Revel disengages, and he goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He sees that this Domaarian Knight is caught in the hand, the earthen grasp, and he's gonna run up to it, and he's going to try to do a double attack on him. Ooh, 4, 4. Come on, big money. All right. He gets 1 good dagger attack on him. He's just taking pot shots at this guy, and since he has advantage, he gets to do a sneak attack. Okay. And it's enough. He finds it. He finds the right spot in this guy, and he twists it, and you see this spray of blood go across the rock of the hand, across Revel's face, and on the stone wall over here.
Nice.
As he takes a position, he sees you guys are in trouble too, so he's coming out after you as this guard is coming, and he was over here, and he flanks Tygon, and he is also going to use his spear on you. You don't care. Does a 14 hit you?
All right, 1 sec.
Tygon?
No, it does not.
Oh, okay. Well, he misses you, and that's with advantage too. This one, Mr. Talon. When is your turn? You didn't roll the damage for this guy's heat metal, so go ahead and do that now.
Oh, yeah.
Let's
I can't.
see.
I don't just use the same damage as the last one. I re-roll it.
That's up to you. So you can if you want to.
Yeah. Let's see. It's 11 fire damage.
Okay.
Yeah,
You
I'll
can
just-
see him. He's still struggling against it, but this guy with searing red hot armor is still coming at you. You said 11?
Yeah.
Okay. And he's going to take a pot shot at Revel here. Okay. All right. Okay, not bad. He hits one at Revel from behind. He's like, and he misses with the other one. Revel is able to use his uncanny dodge on that. And this next guard is coming up, is going to...
Sorry, just ignore that.
Okay, I will try. Rolls up on Star and takes a spear to her, which it actually hits her. But more accurately, it hits her, but it hits her abjuration shield, so she's able to deflect a bit of the damage. Okay. So you have this other one. This this knight is dead, actually, because Rebel just killed it. And it is Star's turn. Star is going to do a thunder wave against this guy in front of her that just attacked her. Thunder wave is a first level spell. Okay. Okay. Roll his thing. Okay, well, he fails the shit out of that. And so you see him stab at Star. She kind of deflects it with her abjuration shield, and she comes around and does a thunder wave at him, hits him. He takes some damage. He hits the wall, and this guy's dead. This guy's dead against the wall, but he's laying kind of into the teleportation circle as well. And she says, I'm gonna start the sequence. Just hold him off for a little bit longer. Specifically, another round. as this guy comes over and tries to attack. What's his name? Calidor for a 20, dude. Oh my gosh. You know what? Star turns around and sees you get hit too, and she actually puts her abjuration shield with her reaction to block the damage from you.
Wow.
And so she actually saves that. That takes away some of that damage, just saving you at the last second as you are up next, as this guy tried to attack you and deflects it.
Oh boy. Okay, I will use the scroll of kinetic jaunt that I got.
Ooh, okay.
As my bonus action. I will be concentrating, but it increases my walking speed. I don't provoke opportunity attacks. I can move through other secret spaces.
All right.
And yeah, I will use that as my bonus action and move back here a bit.
Excellent. How long does that last for? A minute? Okay. Concentration?
Yeah.
Okay.
Concentration.
Fan-fucking-tastic.
Mark myself as that. I don't believe I can cast another spell unless it's a cantrip, even with the scroll.
Correct. But
Even
that
with the
scroll
scroll?
was but that is a bonus action. So
Right.
you can do a
Yeah.
cantrip spell.
That's what I thought.
Right.
So I will cast mind sliver. No, I'll do frostbite at the guy that I was right in front of here. No,
Okay.
yeah, this one in front of Tygon.
Okay.
I'll cast frostbite at that guy. All right. He's got to make a DC 16 con.
Okay. He failed.
Great, 12 cold damage.
Oh, okay. How do you do that? How do you put
awesome.
him down? Yeah, he was on his last leg, so.
Moving back, kind of. And by the way, when I cast a spell, I start to like sort of phase, in and out, sort of becoming this blurry object, like an illusion, and move through his space and back up, and then fire this blast of cold energy, freezing him in place, and he just collapses.
All right. And he does the Terminator 2 thing. He falls over. And that's so stupid. Sorry. Okay.
No, that was great. And that's my turn.
Okay. Mavix actually comes up with her maul, and she is going to attack Rebel. If I can find her fucking character sheet. Okay. Rebel uses his reaction to uncanny dodge one of her attacks, but even so, you see that she comes up and even with one hand just and hits him, and she pours in what looks like this dark, unholy energy down the maul and into him, and it kind of rocks his world like, and he gets actually she has this ability, so he has to make a strength saving throw. Okay, even so, he takes a crap load of damage, and he's get pushed back like 10 feet, and you see him bleeding from the wound and the necrotic energy, the unholy necrotic energy surrounding him, his chest. And she is like, and rolls up next to Brother Lucas. Tygon, you are up. With Vestal, you are on deck.
Okay. 1 second. Tygon will cast Tygon is going to just jab at the guy next to him with his rapier again
Okay.
for 13.
Is that blessed? Is the +3 the bless?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
That also, you try to twirl around and try to jab him, but he's ready for you, and that misses.
Okay. That will be it for Tygon.
Okay. No, nothing with your bonus action?
No bonus action.
Okay, Vestel, you are up, and you see that the Dark Agent is closing in on the rest of the group. She has fury in her eyes, and she just rocked Revel across the this bit of the hallway with her giant maul.
Yeah, she sees her getting closer, and she calls again on Tytar. She says, Tytar, stops him from coming any further, please. And her hair kind of glows a bit as she casts a how do I do this? She casts Fireball on that area.
What?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
From Light Cleric?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, Hannah. Fuck you. You are so full of surprises, dude. Holy cow. For real?
Light clerics, yeah, they can do fire stuff.
You know, I
Yeah.
like halfway thought that she was a life cleric, not a light cleric. I must have heard wrong.
Light.
So yeah.
Yeah, the Tytar, right? It makes sense.
Yeah, shit. Okay, so when are you
Um,
casting it? Are you casting it on Brother Lucas too?
No. She heard him say those things, so maybe just the three guys down there. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Mm-hmm.
Nice, Estelle.
Okay.
Yeah.
Actually, this okay. Okay. So 1, 2, and 3. Don't forget the horses. Give me your Dexter.
Oh, no.
I think we've all learned who the true monsters of this campaign are. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Interesting. Holy cow. There's a lot going on here.
Sounds good. Sounds like a good thing.
Okay. Well, here's the deal. Okay. What is your spell DC? 14 doesn't sound right, is it?
Spell save DC is 14.
Really? Okay. Well, they all made it. But it's 12 half, so 12 damage for all of them, right? Oh man, but this guard captain here on his horse is not looking great. And in fact, the horse bucks him off, and he falls to the ground. This horse is on fire, and she's running. This other Domaarian knight, sorry, that actually rocked him pretty well. He's looking pretty hurt. Both of these guys are bloodied, by the way. I haven't been keeping up with that, but that guy's bloodied. This guy's bloodied. And the Dark Agent takes the damage. And she looks at you, and her eyes are just like snarling at you. Anything with your bonus action, you do have your spiritual weapon out still.
Yes, she will. She's going to actually. Revel is quite hurt, right? Is he
Yeah.
bloodied? Did you
He
say?
is not actually, yeah, he's pretty bloody.
He's bloodied. She sees that as he's coming back towards the group, and she's going to say, Raffle, take this. And she throws out her hand to cast Healing Word.
Aw, still hates you though. No, he doesn't. Wait, no, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. He just realized who the traitor was, so I forgot.
That's a character arc at the end.
It is.
Okay, just a little bit.
It
Yeah.
is, yeah. No,
I
that's
like
great.
that.
I love it, yeah. It's setting all of this up, so we got to make it through this episode. Right. Is that all for you, Vistel? We're almost
Yeah.
wrapping up here, guys.
That's
okay. This guard is actually gonna come towards you. Oh shit. He's gonna give you the spear.
And by the way, shout out to Hugo for cheering 2 bits. Appreciate that.
Yeah, Hugo. Thank you. Sorry, it's
Thank
hard to
you.
keep
Thanks, Hugo.
hold on the chat there, but thank you very much.
Can I take a reaction?
You sure can. That's let's see. Interpose life attacking enemy. When you are attacked by a creature 30 feet, you can see if you use reaction pose disadvantage. Oh wow, yes, okay. Wow. Okay, well good for you because that one misses. Because he rolled a 17 before, which I'm pretty sure hit, and a 5 does not, right? A 5 doesn't hit.
Awesome.
It's always good to ask.
Yeah. For sure.
All right, okay. Well, very good. As he's coming at you, how do you do your warding flare?
She presses her hand to her symbol and the other hand out, which casts this bright light.
And he totally misses you. Very well done.
Awesome.
Wow.
Wow, that was light clerics. I gotta look into that.
They're
That's
pretty cool.
awesome.
They're pretty cool.
This one actually fell off of his horse and takes 15 to get up. 10, and is gonna roll in here and take a swing at Rebel. And I don't. Okay, there he is. Ooh, a multi. Okay, misses the first one, hits him with the second, and oh shit. Rebel's looking really hurt, guys. As he misses with the first one, and he has an uncanny dodge. Oh, still pretty hurt. But takes the second one, and he's like, ah! As brother Lucas Gofal starts to hobble out and get behind Mavix. He tries to get away from her space, and she all of a sudden grabs him by the throat as he's trying to leave.
Oof.
And you see him. She's like, it's so weird. This seemingly small-framed woman is able to lift Brother Lucas by one arm, and you can see him. He's grasping his throat as she's crushing him. And he takes a bit of damage, and you can see that he's struggling. And with that's her opportunity attack. As we go to Rebel, who is going to go ahead and attack her. Oh shit. He's pretty hurt, and with the blood in his eyes, he misses. So move to the next guard. This guard over here is going to attack you, Tygon. Does a 22 hit?
22 hits.
All right, and he does 4 piercing damage as he gets you on the side.
Tygon points his finger in pain and does a hellish rebuke on the guard.
Yeah. Okay.
Level 2.
Oh, you. Wow. Oh, okay.
Damage.
So Dex saving
throw. Okay, well, I'm gonna give it to you because even if he makes a saving throw, is it a? No, it's a high level cast, so it's half damage, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so he stabs you, and you point your finger at him. How do you do it, man? As he, no
Nice.
matter what he does, no matter what he does.
I just reach out like this, and then fire just kind of comes out of my fingertips and slowly wraps around him.
Just like, and at that point, you see what he's really made of as he cries out in agony. Wow, hellish rebuke. Okay.
Nice.
This Domaarian Knight.
High level cast too.
Yeah, that was a little overkill because he only had like 2 hit points left. So,
Really wanted to burn him the cruise.
That really hurt.
Ow.
I was mad.
It was 8 damage. Oh wow. This Domaarian Knight. Oh my god, I am rolling. Revel already used his uncanny dodge, so he takes a good bit of damage. He's like on his last leg, everyone. And you see him, he's like getting overwhelmed, holding off all of these guards as this Domaarian Knight takes his great sword and just starts chopping at this halfling who is just standing in defiance against everything that they stand for. As Star says, I gotta do it. And she starts casting the teleportation circle, which is actually going to take 1 round. Kaldor, you're up.
I'm like, yeah, come on. Yeah, so Brother Lucas is fighting back, right? Kind of resistant. Okay. I will cast Magic Missile, the scroll at 3rd level. I'll cast another one of those. I think you're on mute.
Okay.
Yeah. And I will send so that is 3, 4, 5, 6 missiles. 6
have I
missiles.
done? What happened?
Oh, terrible.
Wow.
It's pretty bad. But plus 6, so that's 17. I will send 1, 2.
If it helps,
4.
this guy is on his last leg. He's like doesn't have a lot. This guy is a little bit healthier, not that much though.
I'm gonna send 9 damage to the one that's in front of Vestel.
Oh, great. Yeah, I totally missed that. How do you do it? That's just enough.
Just plowing missiles into that dude. 4 of them.
Tries to stab Vestel. Vestel blocks it with her defensive maneuver, and all of a sudden, he gets knocked back. Wilhelm scream as he flips over Asaran himself. He's dead. Very good.
And then sending 3 more for 10 damage at the. You said the other one that was pretty.
This one is on their last leg. This
one
a little bit more. So.
Okay, the one that's on their last leg, the one that you mentioned.
Okay.
Yeah.
This one is trying to attack Revel, and how do you do that one too?
Oh, just another, almost simultaneously flashes of these missiles just striking them before they can even realize what hits them.
And you guys see these magic missiles just and then home in on their targets, taking out 2 guys instantly. Well done. Okay. Is that it? Would you need anything?
I am going to do more. I'm going to move. Moving through, sort of phasing through the trees and rocks here. I'm getting over here and just kind of pass by Star and go, tell me what I need to do. Any way I can help.
Just
And
hold
that's
them
my
off.
turn.
Hold them off, please. It's
trying.
dangerous.
First,
It's dangerous out
focus.
there.
Hocus, then pocus.
God damn it, Tygon! You just
Gotta
that's
get
a
the order
very
right.
that's a very
Hocus.
real spell. Okay.
Hocus.
Oh, you know what? And real quick, because I have a bonus action still, I'll just take a potion of healing.
Okay, great.
One of those real quick.
That helps.
That helps.
Yeah. Okay. We move to the Dark Agent. She has this wicked intent in her eyes. She takes Brother Lucas and throws him on the ground, and he's dying, gasping for his last breath. And she goes up to Revel, and you see her, and she sees all of you clustered in this area, and sees Star trying to summon this teleportation circle in this last desperate attempt. You guys even see Star's face, just like she, for the first time that you've known her, looks really worried. And Mavix takes her two-handed maul and raises it above Revel and starts pouring this unholy energy into the weapon as she's about to bring it down. She's casting, it looks like a rather destructive spell while you guys are all in this area.
Can I take a reaction to that spell?
Yeah.
So, Vestel is she sees that this lady is starting to cast a spell. She's going to quickly pull out the siphon from her bag, like just very desperately pulls it out. And she says, Tytar, stop this. She kind of holds it out towards Mavix. And she casts a counter spell. You feel this kind of wind, magical energy going towards the siphon. And the spell that Mavix was casting is pretty much gone. And then she immediately takes the siphon that she has, this scepter. She turns it around 180.
You
Her eyes are glowing.
Hold on 1 second. You counter the spell and it goes into the scepter.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm actually going to forward you this really quick.
That's awesome.
This is the spell that you took from her as she's about to do it, and I believe with the siphon you are able to redirect the spell back.
Right. Okay.
That's
Perfect.
awesome.
That works.
Man.
Okay.
I was about to kill the
So
child.
she takes that specific spell that she has in the siphon, and like she was doing, she turns it around 180, and instead of putting it back in her bag, she's going to take the siphon and slam it onto the ground, causing a light divine energy, a little bit different than what Mavix had, that kind of ripples out, and she casts Destructive Wave.
Roll 5d6 thunder damage and 5d6 radiant damage, please.
5d6.
Because she was going to use unholy energy. Let's see. 16 thunder. 16. Okay. Great. Actually, okay, so this is the way it goes. She had to slam it on the ground in order to use it, but because you took it away from her, it's just a regular attack. So I'm going to take an attack on Rebel first. Okay. Okay. That hits him for enough, but you take it back and you slam it on the ground, and
this wave of magical energy ripples out, both thunder and radiant damage. That does 16 and 15.
Yeah.
Which is actually a lot more than you think, as once the ripple of thunder and radiant damage hits her, actually this guy, okay, first of all, this guy is dead. The Domaarian Knight that's been on fire, he just like, and he slams up against the wall. Mavix drops her maul and reels backwards from that destructive wave and falls prone.
Whoa.
And you can see that when it hits her, she's actually smoldering. Is there anything you want to do with your bonus action? Oh, wait, no, it's her turn. It's her fucking turn. She's, let me roll a con save really quick. Oh, okay. Well, she's on the ground, and we will get back to that. In the meantime, after she hit Revel, you can see that he is just he looks at you, Vistel, with just blood pouring out of his mouth, trying to find his breath, and he says, I'm sorry. And Revel dies.
No. I scream, no.
Tygon, you're up.
Tygon kind of looks around, tries to survey what's going on around him, reads the field, looks at his companions, gulps, and then sees the dark agent lying prone on the floor and tentatively casts fairy fire on her.
Huh. Dex, huh?
So Dex save.
Okay, well, I'll tell you right now, she failed the shit out of it.
Yeah. So she's going to be. She can't use invisibility, and she's going to have. Everyone's going to have an advantage on attack rolls against her.
She on the ground. What color is she?
Nice.
What color is your fairy fire?
It's very important. It's very
Yeah.
important now.
Okay. It's aqua.
Aqua.
That's a
so,
color, right?
yeah. It's
Nice.
aqua,
Okay.
yeah.
It affects the other the blondie there too.
This
24
one,
cube.
Brother Gold,
Yeah.
Brother Lucas. Oh,
Brother Platinum. Yeah.
It sure does. I'm gonna tell you right now, he's in no condition to dodge it, so he is also aqua mixed with red and and death. Okay, so so if you like to attack him, you may. He's not gonna fight back. Anything with your bonus action?
No. Just
Okay.
another deep gulp.
Vistel, you are up. You just unleashed this destructive wave of power, stopping the dark agent in her tracks.
Oh man, is Revel definitely like dead? I can't cast a spell.
He's dead. It was a lot.
No. Okay. She has the siphon out still, and she's kind of gotten the taste of like what power it has, and she'll kind of hold it out again towards Maven, and it glows as she uses a spell from inside of it. She casts Tasha's Mind Whip.
Oh, okay, great.
Wow.
Somehow she knows that this siphon contains another spell captured from somewhere long ago. And I got an 8, so she definitely takes that damage. 9 psychic damage. Okay, great. And you can see her writhing on the ground.
Perfect. And
Okay.
then
And she gets like a... Okay.
For a bonus action, she'll move the spiritual weapon and attack with that.
What is that? 30 feet? 20 feet?
20 feet.
15 feet?
Let's see.
20. Wow.
20 feet.
Wow. I did not know that. 5, 10,
Sweet.
15, 20. Yeah. Okay.
I thought it was
Well,
15.
I
Nice.
thought it was 15 too.
Ooh, 21?
Yeah, that hits.
Oh, Estelle is brutal.
Oh my gosh, she's pulling it out right now. Yeah, because you got advantage too. Oh, we rolled a 21 though, and this trident, sword-looking trident, stabs into, just kind of pinning her to the ground. Is that your turn?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, Brother Lucas is going to make a death saving throw, which is a what is that? Is that a con?
It's a D20.
It's a D20. Okay.
Yeah. Just a straight D20. 10, 1 to 10 is a failure.
Right. Got a 4. So you see Brother Lucas just his throat has been crushed as he's laying on the ground, and Rebel is dead. Star at this point finishes over the course of the round. She finishes the teleportation circle, and it glows, opens. Caldor, you're standing in front of it, and the light just pours in your face. And she says, "Everybody, get in! It's not going to last that long." Caldor, you're up. And mechanically, I'm going to tell you right now, it only lasts for the round. So if you're going to go in, you got to go in now.
I'm going to just, before I step in, cast web and fire it at the around Mavix.
All right. Is that a dex?
I believe so. Let me post it here. There we go.
Well, if it's a dex, they failed it. Man.
Yeah. Should be dex. Just want to make sure.
As you do that, it's a Spider-Man action. You know, she's also now plastered on the ground too. She ain't going nowhere. Star's like, get in.
And I motion, let's go, and hop in.
Okay. Calidor, I'm just going to leave you here so you can actually see. Cool. Disappears into the port. Dark Agent Mavix is... what's the deal with this? Am I trapped?
You have to... In the web, yes. You have to use a strength check. You are restrained as long as it remains in the webs. You are restrained by the webs. You can use an action to make a strength check.
Oh my god! Okay. Well, I failed that. Of course, I fail it when it really matters. She is struggling to get I got a 13 on the strength check. So that's really ridiculous because she actually has... I'm not going to tell you. Her strength's good. Restraint's good. So that was her action, and she's still trapped, and she's looking at you guys, and she's actually roaring. It's unsettling. The thing that's coming out of her as she's roaring. She's like, it's almost inhuman. And Tygon, you're up. You're muted too, because I don't hear you.
Sorry, Tygon stares over at the circle where Calidor has just vanished and takes a deep breath, reaches into his bag, pulls out his bowl, and then without even looking at his companions, just walks over toward the Dark Agent, kneels down beside her.
Oh no.
And he just starts to play his bowl. And he says to her, "Tell me what to do." And he casts Bardic Inspiration. to her.
What?
Oh my god! I was gonna say, get to the teleportation circle.
Get to the chopper.
He's kneeling down and he's saying, tell me how. He wants to know how he can help her get the siphon.
Oh my.
What?
And as he's kneeling beside her, he's playing his bowl for her, doing whatever he can to help her as she struggles against the web.
Okay. Well, she got bardic inspiration, and we're actually going to get back to that because that's going to be interesting. Estelle, do you do anything else? That was your bonus action.
No.
Do you do anything else? Okay. Estelle, what do you do? Star looks at your eyes and says, "You have to go."
I will. She sees Tygon go over there and she yells out. She's like angry. She's pissed. You filthy thief! And she's going to cast Scorching Ray on him and Maven before she leaves.
Okay.
That'll burn the web.
She can just jump into the thing. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, just
But you might be all right if you could.
Just Tygon.
Yeah, just Tygon then.
Okay. He's got resistance to fire, but it's more of the message. It's not,
yeah.
It's not about the damage. It's about sending a message. I need 2 more attack rolls for you, please.
Oh, right.
Oh yes, all right. Well,
Oh wow.
I need you to roll damage for the first 2, please.
Okay.
At 20.
Wow.
6 and 7.
6. You need 1 more for the crit.
Yeah.
Oh, I touched the wrong one. There we go.
Okay, so we'll take that 13, 11, 6, 17. My half is math, 8. So Tygon, you take 8 fire damage from behind as Vestel casts you and throws slurs at you, apparently. And she says, "Oh, actually, roll. You know, you can roll your bless."
How do I do that?
No, not you. I
was like, what?
Vestel, she casts bless on herself. Does a 14 hit you?
No.
Okay, all right, never mind then. Star says, "Vestel, get in the portal."
Wait, hold on. After she hit me with that fire, I did Hellish Rebuke on her.
Oh no.
At level 2.
Jeez.
Roll a 15 dex save, please.
Yeah, roll dex.
Dex save? Okay.
I'm just on the other side of the portal, like.
What the fuck is everybody? Okay.
What's happening?
What's going on?
Estelle, you take 14 fire damage as he hits you back with that fire. Wow, Tygon, ew. And Star is holding the portal up and says, "Okay, now you really need to get into."
She throws Tygon a dirty look and she shakes her head and she looks at Star before she heads in. She's like, "Together?" And she holds her hand out.
She says, and this is going to be a little condensed because you don't have a lot of time. She's like, "There's no other way. Someone has to close the circle. Don't worry about me. I've got a few tricks of my own." But she does try to give you one final kiss before you leave. Well, she actually grabs you. She grabs your face and she just as this last desperate maneuver, she tries to kiss you. Do you allow that to happen?
Yeah. She allows it. She's like still confused. She's like, I'm not leaving without you.
You have to go. She pushes it.
She shakes her head. She's like, I better see you. I better see you soon. And she casts a Shield of Faith on her.
Oh, good. Thank you. Okay. Is that a +2? A +2 to the AC? Okay. Perfect. She gives you one last lingering look, and it's one of those things where she waits till the last second to let go of your hand as you step into the portal and disappear.
sad.
Meanwhile, Caldor is like, what the hell is going on?
What's going on?
No. Brother Lucas rolls another. Wow, he got a 2. That's 2 death saving throws. This dude is on his last leg. Oh, and it goes back to Star, and at this point, the teleportation circle closes.
Oh.
The forest is silent, save for the cold wind suddenly picking up again, and building a torrent of gusts that blows through Star's hair, as she then, on her turn, weaves an intricate, archaic motion and whispers the incantation, Lamina Cladis, and ends by cutting a 3-foot blade-shaped planar rift into the air that seems to follow her hand. And she makes several slashing motions across the teleportation circle, completely destroying its form, closing it off permanently. Her eyes then begin to glow as a pair of spectral wings manifest from her back, spreading wide, illuminating the area in celestial light. And she turns towards the dark agent and moves the blade between them fearlessly, challenging her. Mavix, on the other hand, tears the web off of her. Finally, she grabs you, Calidor, by the throat.
Calidor?
And
You mean-
not Calidor. Yeah, she reaches through the portal. Sorry. Grabs you, Tygon. Well, there's the moment. Sorry. Okay. Grabs you, Tygon, by the throat, and starts crushing it, saying, "You fool!"
Why?
You can roll an athletics or a acrobatics roll to try to get out of her grasp, if you'd like.
All right.
Oh, it better be a good one.
Roll accurate.
Okay.
13.
Yeah. No, not good enough. She pours 15 bludgeoning damage into you, but also 18 necrotic damage as she pours a unholy smite into you, and then throws you off to the side. She, I don't know, does that kill you?
Yeah.
Okay.
That does.
She rises slowly, struggling. Still, you guys can't see it, but Star sees her struggling to recover from the radiant blast of Estelle's counterattack as she braces herself with her wicked maul. And she finds her footing and steadies her sights on Star. Her face, which now has a burn across half of it from the radiant damage, and it is contorted with hate and rage as she starts to begin getting enveloped by this unholy energy and unleashes the skeletal wings of a fallen Azamar II against Stars. And she snarls, bearing a razor-sharp set of fangs as she lifts up the maul and moves in to attack. As we cut to black.
Why?
Wait, do we know, did Tygon actually die or he was just unconscious?
I guess we're gonna have to find out. Thank you guys for joining us for the exciting conclusion of Tales of Terramir Veiled Threats. That's actually gonna come back, maybe, we'll see. We'll be back in 2 weeks on, I believe, March 20th, when Wes Ford moves back into the GM's chair as we resume our original campaign. This episode should be up on YouTube and available on the podcast in the next few days, actually. So check that out if you want to relive this whole mess all over again, because next week, instead of a replay, we're actually doing a Talk in Terramir with the cast so we can discuss everything that they just went through and what it means for our characters going forward. Remember, you can come and join us in our Discord chat right now, and we would really love to hear your thoughts. But thanks again for tuning, everyone. It was an honor and a blast. See you next time on our continuing adventures in Tales
Thanks
of Terramir.
for running this, Mike. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Good job.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Good night, everyone. Thank you.
Good night, everyone.
Bye.